Hey, I'm back, this time sharing with you fellas what I'll be checking out this summer season 2022. Here it is. Rent-A Girlfriend, or also known Simping Bad, it's back and I'm not as invested as everyone else. I know the feeling of cheering for your favorite girl or even seeing the character development of the main character, which is a Maiden's bastard by the way. I'm not as excited for that as much as some of you, however I will keep watching it just because I'm already survived the first season and I'm interested in how the show will develop. Okay, say am I wrong, but was this anime that good? For me it was just one of the cases of an anime that got some attention when aired and was a fine show. Nothing fantastic or extraordinary, just fine. I mean, I'm glad it's back. Maybe I can find what was so impressive about it. But honestly, I don't see the appeal besides being a fun setting with a good cast of characters. That's it. Continuing with the Season 2 streak, Classroom of the Elite is back and we can finally see how the OG Sigma male deals with the absurds of games and activities in this amazing and over-the-top school. This is an interesting anime if you haven't checked it out. The characters are a hit or miss, you can dislike some and like others, but the situations and challenges they have to deal and the chemistry between them are definitely what brings me to watch this show. I already made a review of Season 1 of Made in Abyss, you can check it out there, and before Season 2 aired I also watched the movie that continues the story, Dawn of a Deep Soul, and I'm still recovering from it. What a movie. Bondrewd is one of the most well-written, unsympathetic villains I've seen, however this is not a movie review. If you want that, just tell me, I'll do it. For now, I'm eager to join you together in this which might be my favorite show from this season. Protagonist Kun is a magician and a really good one, however he couldn't summon a familiar for some reason, until a weird book in his library conveniently falls on his arms. Turns out to be a strange summoning book and with that he summons a demon, a really weird one. It can be a fun show for those who like ecchi and slice of life anime. It reminds me of Zero and Tsukaima, but the boy summons a succubus who wears that lewd sweater. It's up to you. Call of the Night might possibly be an underrated gem of this season. This anime hits the key of satisfaction, questioning ourselves that we can sleep knowing that we had a day which we are not satisfied. The protagonist, Kou Yamori, lacks the courage to love someone. In one night where he decides to leave home by himself, Nazuna finds him and shows the wonders of the nightlife, a small taste of what awaits for him. I don't want to say much, but this anime seems to be one of those anime that questions the viewer in his choices. We will only know when we see it. I also wonder how good of a romance will be. Ayumu is a cute show. Seems a likable romance, much like the ones from the last season. If you enjoy any of those, you might enjoy this one too. I'm not watching it, sadly, however I'll keep an eye for news, clips or whatever gets to me. I can't check it every anime of the season, it's too much. I'm not saying much about this one, might save for a dedicated review. I can say that I enjoyed the first episode, but not all of it. It kinda reminds me of Tact of Destiny from last year. I'll keep an eye for this one as well. My Stepmom Daughter is My Ex is the spiritual successor of the highly acclaimed anime Domestic Girlfriend. However, it is not an upgrade, it's the same thing as the spiritual sequel of OP Protagonist gets reborn as OP Protagonist. You know it, the ones where the protagonist is the sage class and is the strongest. Sorry for the tangent. This one continues the trend, but instead of being a love triangle, the focus are on both of our protagonists and if they can leave past behind and continues as step bros and step sis. And we all want them to fail. The show isn't good, believe me. You don't? Fine, look at this image. I love this image. This describes the show better than the synopsis. It gives me joy. This is my trash of the season and I'm gladly watching it and honestly I don't think anything can top of it. Okay, hear me out. SSSS Isekai, which is our third iteration of slime-themed Isekai, and not a sequel to SSS Gridman or Dynazinium. The title means shitty slime summoner sage isekai. Okay, it's not horrible. The slimes are funny and cute. There is a sexy dryad and the summoner combat seems cool because he has to micromanage his creatures. However, there is not much thought put into it. The main character is OP and solve problems with being OP. There is RPG menus which I grow to hate the more I see it, and the fights are not interesting, it's just him resolving everything with his powers. That's it. If you are Isekai trash, this anime is for you. I'll be watching it, you bet. Can't wait for the episode next week. If you are Isekai trash or if you watch cap streams,
if it's anything talking about Isekai Meikyu, I fucking got you.
You may have been waiting for this one. The animation seems great, love the ecchi and the jiggle physics, and the main character seems to have some sort of personality. Can't tell much yet, but he seems to be. My only problems are with the RPG menus. Again, hate those. At least this time they are stuck in a video game, but the anime could work without them, and I'm afraid if the show will lack an objective as most isekai after the first 6 episodes. However, I believe in this man, so I will religiously watch it every week, and I welcome you to join our religion. I'm not watching Isekai Ojisan. Just putting it here because it looks funny and can be a good comedy isekai to someone out there, but it's too much anime to check every week, I'm sorry. Overlord. Yes, I really like it. I still remember those horrible monsters from the ending of season 3, don't worry, but that's the bad part of Overlord for me. The characters are fantastic. Each one of the members from the Nazarick are interesting in their own way. Even side characters that will appear for just an arc can give you some sort of interest on them. The world is gigantic with a lot to explore, and even if they are not doing it, Nazarick is so big on its own and so dense with various interesting characters, objects and places that you could do a whole anime just about showing it. It's more of the same, the good and the bad, and I definitely like it. And that was it. This season is filled with the pack of sequels to good shows. Although I wish we had more originals, I find it worth for what we have. I'll be back with a dedicated review of something that got my attention. If you want to see it, please consider subscribing for more.